I want you to imagine your worst breakup story that you have ever experienced. You know that one where your heart was broken, you decided and declared that no matter what happened, you were not going to fall in love again because it was just too damn painful? Well, that's what we're going to be talking about today and how you can get over this being burned before so that you can get to where it is that you want to be. My name's Nicola. Stay tuned. Hey, welcome to our blog food story. Now, a really big thing that so many people talk to me about these days is how they've had previous mentors or previous experiences and that they've been burned before. Now, before we started this actual video, I just, in the little intro there, I gave the analogy of breaking up with somebody. You know, most of us have felt heartbroken. Most of us have had an experience that has been less than awesome when it comes to dating, when it comes to going out with different people. And many of us have experienced these massive broken hearts. And I know for me, I'm like, I'm done. That's it. I don't want to go out with anybody else ever again because it just sucks. The breakup hurts so badly. Now, many people have been through this with mentors, with programs, with different things, different products that they've purchased. And I guess one of the really big things that I have thought about over the years is, well, what is it that gets us on the other side? What gets us through to the other side? Because, hey, let's face it, there is more to learn. There are more people that we can connect with. There are many, many more people out there that we can learn from. That is going to require an investment, right? Everything isn't done for free. We are going to need to invest in new people at some point in time. But how do you get over that really heartbroken thing of stuff been going on before? Now, you could go and sit in the corner and chuck a tantrum and throw in everything, throw in the towel and declare that you are done. And I probably would actually encourage you to have one of those moments. But let it go for not very long at all. Let it go for a really short period of time. Do what you need to do and then get back up on the horse, because here's the thing. You know, I've been burned before. I've been burned by more than 2 or 3 mentors in the past that I've worked with. One who literally took clients out from underneath me. One who didn't follow through on what it was that she said she was going to deliver. And you know what? It sucked, right? It really sucked because it meant that I had to get into a place of going, okay, well, what's the big learning in this? And one of the big things for me was, right, well, I'm not going to treat my clients like that. There's no way that I just can't do that. And then on the other hand, there are other mentors that I've had that I'm like, wow, like that's amazing. I want to replicate and duplicate that and model that in my business so that I can create that kind of experience for my clients. You know, it's really, really awesome. So there are everything that you are going through, everything that you have been through, it's all about learning and then deciding, well, what do I take away from this? What's the learning in this? How can I do it differently next time? One of the really big things that I learned was to make sure that I'm kind of like interviewing the new mentors that I choose to work with. Like, what's their experience? And I don't always do that in person. Like, I'll often go and do a bunch of research on them before I make a decision. I want to have a really good feeling as best as one can that they're going to be able to deliver on what it is that they're going to be doing with me. Now, I know that from every single mentor that I've ever worked with, ever, I have had massive value from. It hasn't always panned out the way that I thought that it would, but I've had huge learnings, I've had huge breakthroughs, I've had really amazing experiences with each and every one of them. Didn't always end in the way that I thought that would be ideal, but you know what, hey, this is life. It's a bit like you're going to school. You may not have liked your economics teacher, or you may not have liked your home ec teacher, or maybe you didn't like your art teacher or whatever, but you still learned something throughout that process. So one of the really big things that I want to encourage you today to do is go, okay, well, you know, what is it that I can learn from that experience? How can I use that as leverage over myself to be able to get to where it is that you want to be? Because you know what, let's face it, you are here to do amazing things. You are better than those shitty experiences that you've had in the past. You are better, your service is better, your people are better off. You are a much better person for the experiences that you've had. Yeah, they may not have been awesome, but I know that there are a lot of awesome things in there as well. So a big part of that is, well, what are you going to learn? Because what's the alternative? Let's face it, the alternative is that you can end up bitter and twisted and cross and grumpy and be tantruming over in the corner, and that shit just breeds negativity. It's like this cyclone of ness that is just going to get worse and worse and worse, and it's kind of like the drama cycle, right? It just gets worse. So I'm not saying that you don't have recourse if you've been burned, because you definitely do, but the biggest thing that I want to encourage you to do is to not let that shitty experience undermine your self-worth, your confidence, your values, the thing here that you are here to do, right? Like, I mean, let's face it, the reason that you started this business is to get out there and help people. That's the purpose, right? This is not just a career. This is not just a job. You are a gritty, fiery person who has the world at their feet, and maybe you're even a bit further along than that. Don't let these shitty ass experiences get you down, and really focus on how you can make the best of those and then your future experiences, because there will be new mentors that come along that you will want to learn from, whether it's in business, whether it's in life, whether it's in the health realm, no matter where it is. There are going to be people that you are going to want to invest with, and you don't want to let that heartbreak, that really unfortunate, shitty experience hold you back from meeting the love of your life, from living happily ever after, from having and creating the kind of life and the kind of lifestyle that you really want to create. So you don't want to let that happen in your business either. All right? My name is Nicola, if you hadn't realized that already. Go ahead and leave any comments or questions below that you would love me to answer for you. You can catch me on Facebook, you can email me. Now, you will see a big banner below here that's offering a one-on-one session. If you're someone who is really ready to get your online marketing and your online presence rocking in a way that reflects what you've done offline, then go ahead and please pop your information in. I would love to book in a call with you and see what kind of magic that we can create. All right, have an amazing day, and I will